So, still playing Gwent, playing a Dagon Monsters list, a tempo list, which is different than anything I've done on camera so far, so I thought I'd kind of show it off. The deck is complicated, or intricate, but not complicated. There's a lot of moving parts that interact with each other in a lot of interesting ways, but once you've got it all figured out, it's not like there's a lot of decisions involved in the deck, at least not a lot of tactical decisions. There's a lot of strategy, a lot of kind of managing your long-term game plan, but once you know what that long-term game plan is, the best play is usually obvious. We almost always lead Archspore if we can. Archspore is a really great card. I think probably the best lead, the best turn one play in the game. Certainly at Bronze, the best turn one play. Maybe Brugger is better or something, but yeah, the problem with cards that you play onto an empty board in Gwent is that either they do nothing to advance your game plan, like you play just some sort of stupid 13-point bronze, or they're an engine, they help you advance your game plan, but they're weak, like an Empyrean Forces. You put the Empyrean Forces on the board, and the difficulty with that is that they play, say, a Viper Witcher, and they kill it, and now not only has your engine stalled, you're down 5 points on the play. So that's really shitty. Archspore mitigates that problem, and that comes in, and it is an engine for you, but because of the Death Wish ability, if it is killed, it immediately takes a revenge shot at the creature that killed it, and for the most part, 4 points is enough to wipe out anything capable of killing the Archspore, at least Bronze. Also, having a creature with Death Wish die isn't the end of the world for us in this deck, because we do play Brewrest Ritual to help us pull those Archspores back. So yeah, just overall, really great card we want to be doing turn 1. Turn 2, if we can, we always want to play Woodland Spirit. This is a huge tempo play. You play Woodland Spirit, because he's a gold, he pulls Roach out of the deck. He creates 3 wolves and puts down a fog, which pulls a fog out of the deck. So you're making there, between the 5 points from the Spirit, the 3 points from Wolves, the 4 points from Roach, the 4 points from Foglet, and the 2 points that you do with the Fog, you're just kind of instantly getting yourself 20 points. And you're setting yourself up for another huge turn with a Forktail, eat 2 of the Wolves. That'll pull both the Harpies out of your deck. So more thinning, another 17-point play, 16-point play there. And in general, just like a 18 play. In general, just a really strong opener if you can go Archspore into Woodland Spirit into Forktail. From there, round 1 kind of plays out differently depending on whether you think you need to win the round or not. Usually we do try to win round 1, which means that we're playing a lot of kind of like Death Wishy, like Rock Fiends and Dows, and activating them with Griffins and Cyclopses. Try to just kind of keep our opponent off their engine and make a lot of points. It's fairly straightforward gameplay. We're also looking for an opportunity to set up Jaels in round 1. If we can, that means setting up a situation where all of our silvers are good, so that we can pull a silver out of our deck with Jaels and leave one of our game-ending golds on top. These silvers are all kind of utility creatures. Frightener is more in here to fight opponent spies than it is to really be a spy on our own. We can't usually, or we usually don't want to make a play where if we win the coin flip, we put down a quick Frightener and we can get over top of it. We don't want short round ones, so we can't use that kind of effect of the spy. What we do with Frightener is counter their spy and counter their carryover in round 2 if they have any. Striga is here to disrupt engines on the board. Osril is here to disrupt engines in the graveyard. Roach is part of the fitting plan. She-Troll, just a big point play, another tempo play, and also fills up your graveyard for Brewess. Monster's Nest is all sorts of utility. We use 4 or 5 different modes on this card regularly. And basically that's the deck. It's just making a lot of points in the context that makes sense strategically for you, while setting up your deck with thinning cards, Foglets, Harpies, and Roaches, and tutor cards like Jaels to just make sure that everything goes smoothly. So let's try to see it in action here. And yeah, hopefully this is enjoyable. Our mulligans are always pretty easy. We almost always have some of our thinning cards, our Foglets, our Harpies, our Roach in our opening hand, and you blacklist them in that order. Foglets go back first, Harpies go back second, and Roach goes back third. You almost always want to get all of those things out of your hand, of course, but if you have to be stuck with one, it's better to be stuck with Roach. And if you have to be stuck with either a Foglet or a Harpy, it's better to be stuck with a Harpy because at least with one Harpy you can tutor out the other. So this hand is a little weak. Let's see, what don't I need here? I don't need the Rock Knee just yet. Ugh, drawing Roach there is really bad. Actually, it's not. It makes our Jaels easier to set up. Okay, so our opponent is Kroch over there. We won the coin flip. We're going to lead on the Arc Spore. Unfortunately, we don't have a great Jaels here until we do something to make Osrel good. So let's see what that looks like. If my opponent plays a Great Swords here, we're going to really hope that the Aegispore hits the Great Sword. There's only a 1 in 3 chance. Otherwise, we will kill it with Striga. Once we get the Great Sword into the graveyard, then we're more likely to be able to play Jaels. And, really hope that we hit the Woodland Spirit, but if not, if we do hit one of the silvers, that's just fine too. We can't play Brewis Ritual or Serenova yet, obviously. Okay. I don't actually know what my opponent is doing over there. We're just going to lay out another Arcaspore. My opponent hasn't presented an engine yet, so nothing that we have to worry about controlling. It may be that we wanted to play Dagon and fog up the top row there just to get a fog going. But who knows? Okay, so yeah, opponent looks like he's just playing clan cards. That's fine. Yeah, let's get this fog going. We try to put Dagon on a different road than we put the fog on, so we're not loading up points there. These Arcspores are just bouncing around, so it's hard to kind of keep our rows down under 25. But we do what we can. Yeah, our Jaels is almost good. We can definitely Striga to kill the veteran, maybe. Or we can set up a Rot Fiend onto the middle row. Those are good. One of those two plays is what we're going to be doing. We could also kind of point spam. Because he's not doing anything, we could just play the Dow and start like just griffining it for all that we're worth, and then eventually throw the Griffin with Cyclops. Okay, if we put that thing into the graveyard, which isn't a hugely likely thing to happen, but then that would be a good target for Osrel. So let's see, we're 18 points back. This would put us 12 points back. That's easily overcome with the Griffin. So yeah, we can set this up, or we can kill this thing. I think we'll just set up the Dow. Alright. So my opponent clears off our fog there. It's a nice little play for him. Now we can start just activating this Dow. Uh, 17-point bronze every time we do. Oh, Axeman. Interesting. Let's kill that. Let's kill that. This is good because it pulls a Harpy out of our deck and because it gets the Axeman off the board. opponent doesn't want to play with us anymore, which means that we're going to win here even on cards. So that's beautiful. Yeah. Things are going well so far. Opponent might have had a rough starting hand there that they just didn't do enough. So we're obviously going to have to mulligan Roach here. Unfortunately, still one Foglet, one Harpy in our decks. We really hope not to draw either of those. So far, so good. And yeah, we did it. Okay. The Woodland Spirit is going to allow us to what am I saying? To set up Fog and pull the Foglet out. Jael's here, I think it's an obvious play, because if we find the Frightener, then we're in amazing shape. We didn't find the Frightener, we actually found Siri. This is really unfortunate, actually. This is a terrible draw. But yeah, we'll play Siri. We couldn't play Roach there, because it's just bad. But yeah, we're still up a card here. Ooh, opponent weakening our Siri is always a good sign. We will set up the Fog. We may actually be able to just win this round. We were even on cards coming in. We had to play our Siri. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. What did my opponent just strengthen? He just strengthened this bear. So let's eat the fuck out of that thing. Oh, no, we don't have Ozrel. We have Striga. If we had Ozrel, we would eat that for sure. Let's then just pull the out of our deck, I think, probably. Okay, opponent just making some points over there. I'm not totally excited about playing this Rot Fiend yet. I don't have any other great plays, honestly. I mean, I could play the Striga and deal 8 damage here, but that just kind of makes the Rot Fiend still bad going forward. I only have one Harpy left to pull out, so I don't want to play this Forktail quite yet. Okay. We're gonna play the Striga. No, we're gonna play the Rot Fiend. This is a little weak, because we're only getting 4 points off of each activation of this Rot Fiend. But we are getting 4 points, a full 4 points twice off activating this Rot Fiend. And that might be just fine. We're currently 34 points up, 37 if you count the fact that the Fog is going to totally eliminate that Hunter. And 3 cards in hand. These 3 cards represent 14, 13, and 16 points. So, not terrible. Okay, so more kind of Axeman strategies going on over there. We are just going to go ahead and activate the Rot Fiend. So now 40 points up and a card down. Not a bad place to be in by any means. Any damage that he deals to us is now doubled in value by this Darren. But he needs to do a lot of damage to us in order to make that worth his while. And ultimately, we can still lose this round and like draw Brewer's Ritual or an Ozrel or a powerful play into round 3. So we're in good shape here. Cool, that's totally fine. Yeah. So yeah, good value there because the roach appeared in the right lane. So we're going to Forktail, eat a wolf, eat the rock fiend. It's going to deal 6 damage and pull out 4 points in the harpy. And finally, that huntsman's going to die. So he played a gold, we played a bronze. We ended up down 1 point there. That's mighty nice for us. We could have like an Igni here. Doesn't do much. It's 22 point Igni if he has one. Which still puts us 17 up with lots of points to go. Holy cow. So that's a little scary, but we still are looking good here. He's going to be 14. He's going to need a 25. And we've got ourselves out of Igni range. Not even close. All right. Yeah, so we made the best of a bad situation there. We ended up drawing into Siri when we maybe wouldn't have wanted her. But at the same time, we managed to turn that around and get a win out of it. So that's the deck. Didn't do a ton of interesting things with Deathwish there, but in terms of the tempo side, I think that did a very good job of showing off just how many points you can pump to the board with the combination of these cards. So, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.